I'm going to touch his money again.
Hi guys. Dee, 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 dee.
Can you hear me now, Gary?
Yes, loud and clear, my friend. Loud and clear.
Right, okay. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. I decided to start the stream. Without putting my microphone on, which is really silly. So I don't know. So I've literally been talking to myself for the last 3 minutes, and Garfield's screaming in the background saying, "I can't hear you." Yeah, sorry, that's my fault, bro. That's my fault. I'm gonna have to edit out the video when it goes live. Oh my god, how embarrassing! You wouldn't believe I've been doing this for 4 years. So shout out to everybody. Garfield saying it's all good. Yeah,
United
I don't know what I was doing, man. Maybe I was too relaxed to get on. I forgot to plug in my microphone. So listen, yeah. So as I was saying, that means let me start all the way back from the beginning. And so I was talking about Martinelli, and I was talking about we really don't have any movement up front, and that's been the case for 5 or 6 games now. And that's what's affecting the midfield. So everyone's talking about the midfield's not doing their job. Initially, guys, it's just the lack of movement up front. And even when you have the lack of movement, it's can you take a man on? Can you beat a man? Can you take the defense out of their stance and put them on the back foot by getting behind the line? And the only person that we've seen that's done that is Martinelli. Sadly, Martinelli is on the bench. He's resting Partey, Saka, Odegaard, Martinelli, and Timber. And probably for good reason too, because we've got Real Madrid in the next 3 days. So look forward to today to be a real slugfest. I'm not looking forward to the performance today. I don't think it's going to be a very good one, but let's see what the boys can do. You're really dependent on Wanyeri now to give you something. Yeah, it's going to be a tough one. It looks like, guys, 4-4-2. That's what it looks like. I would be interested to see where they go because by all accounts, you could be looking at, so Raya in goal, White, Saliba, Kivior, Lewis Skelly, and I'm really happy to see Ben White there because that means that Timber could play centre-back against Real Madrid. So good news there, guys. Lewis Skelly at left-back. So we got, how are we going to mix this up? So we're probably going to have, oh, it's a tough one. Okay, so I think that it's going to be Rice at the 6, Jorginho at the 10, and Moreno at the 8. And then you've got Wanyeri on the right, Sterling on the left, and Trossard up front. That's probably how I've read it. Or Sterling up front. That's probably how I've read it. So I think we may be going with 4-3-3, or you could be looking at a 4-4-2.
I personally think it will be.
What's that, Gary?
Yeah, I think it will be Marino in the 10. I think it will be Marino in the 10. No, Ranieri on the right, Sterling on the left, Trossard through the middle. Jorginho in the 6, Rice in the 8. That's what I think.
Right. Yeah, that's going to be a weird one. Right, let's get rid of that. I really don't know what they're going to do today, but I can tell you guys, get ready. It's probably going to be a bore fest today. So make sure that you can bring your jokes. We're probably going to need them. Because
this is he's putting all his eggs in the Champions League basket.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course. Because by all accounts, I mean, leaving here with 3 points is going to be tough today. It's not beyond them, but man, it's going to be tough. So let's just go through. There's a lot of comments. Cam saying none the wiser who starts in defense against Real Madrid. Then no, it is if he's resting Timber, and look, all Ben White needs to do is get through today. If Ben White gets through today, he starts at right back, and then Timber starts at centre back with William Saliba. And we've seen Timber play this season at centre back. He's looked solid. He's looked assured. Definitely good in terms of tracking, positioning, taking his angles. Timber will give you all that. The only difference is how does that change? It doesn't really change how you play Real Madrid's front three, actually. It actually puts Timber in a better position if he can play more inside. That way he can cut out and help Ben White against Victor Jr. if he's in trouble. And then leave Saliba and Miles Lewis-Skelly to Mbappe and Bellingham. Bellingham, I think that you probably have to do something with Declan Rice. You've probably got to drop Rice back or Partey in that regard. But don't put Partey at right back. Don't do it. Because what you're doing is you're taking your powerhouse in the midfield away from that position, and then there's just nothing to stop Real Madrid coming at you. That would be an absolute mitigated disaster. I'm going to fly through your comments here, guys. Not reading too much of them. Gary, how's your weekend going?
So, mate. Struggling today with my back. But it is what it is, mate. It is what it is. So,
what have you taken painkillers?
And jump out my chair.
Have you taken painkillers?
Yeah, taking them. They've just kicked in. I almost fell asleep just now.
All right. So, a quick tip,
out, man. So
I've suffered with spinal injury since I was 10 years old. So, a quick tip: if you do go to the doctors, just ask them for naproxen. And naproxen is obviously it's a heavy duty. Yeah, so that will work better than painkillers because that gets the swelling down.
And hold them all together.
Yeah. I take diazepam, tramadol, and naproxen when I'm in trouble with my spine. Some good comments from you guys in the chat here. Garfield really happy that they have got more silverware. It's not helping you at the moment, though, is it, Garfield? But we look forward to next season. That's really where we are. Cam has got his rum out. You're going to need the rum. Hey, make sure you make it a triple, bro. You're going to need it today if the performance is coming in. Emerson, it's really good to see you. I'm getting much and need some more therapy as I could not speak. Yep. Listen, Emerson, our prayers goes out to you. Wishing you all the best. Score predictions. Garfield's going for 3-1 Everton. When was the last time Everton scored 3 goals? I'm not sure. Glenn, big up to you. Guna Matters, shout out to you. Big up to my brother there. He says, hope you're good. Hope you're doing well as well, bro. Garfield says, no painkillers. Have the injection. Yeah, I stayed away from the steroid injection, bro. Tried to do everything naturally. Yes, really tough though, man. It's really tough. But you know what? In all else, I've done Pilates for the last 3 years, and that has strengthened my inner core. That's helped me more than any type of drugs that I'm taking. And you know, big man don't like doing Pilates, man. Big man don't like really sort of saying, yeah, I don't want to do them theory thing that my wife is doing. But bro, take it from someone who's been there and done it. It is definitely something which will help you in the long run. And actually, there's two more guys that goes to my class. So it's not just me alone. Emerson going 2-1 Arsenal. Garfield going 3-1 Everton. Cam going 1-0 Arsenal. Oh, Everton's saying the game is off. Oh, I thought you meant the game's off as in the game's not playing. Yeah, I've kicked off on mine as well. 18's going 2-1 Arsenal. I'm probably going to go 2-1 Arsenal as well. Gary, what are you going for? Gary's score prediction. Is Gary frozen up on me? I think Gary's frozen up on me. Yeah, Gary doesn't seem to be moving, so he may have frozen up on me. Right, guys, commentary, away we go. So basically, I think it's great. He's resting players. Martinelli, Partey, and Odegaard are going to have a challenge on Tuesday, so it's really good. We've got a free kick from Everton here, but it's easily defended away from Arsenal. So I'm happy that Mikel has made the change. Also, good news, guys. Ben White returning is going to really help us. Kivior, let's see what Kivior's all about today. And I'm not expecting much from Jorginho. Last time I saw him play, he didn't have any legs. Here comes Ben White, though. Ben White with a cross in. Yes! Oh, it's blocked. It was a shot from Raheem Sterling. It was going to be Arsenal 1-0, and it's blocked. That's a foul there on William Saliba. But what a chance from Raheem Sterling. Wow. That was going to be 1-0 Arsenal. Unbelievable. Wow. That was awesome. Awesome start by Arsenal. And where did it come from? It came from Ben White. What's going on, Nate? I hope everything is good. What's your score prediction, Nate? What's your score prediction? Gary's gone for 2-0 as well. I've gone for 2-1 Arsenal. Raheem Sterling just going really, really close there. Here come Everton. It's a cross which Arsenal dealt with really, really well. Yeah, 2 minutes and 20 seconds gone, guys, on my clock. Gary, you're moving now. I've got you. So you've gone for 2-0. Nate's gone for 3-1 Arsenal.
Yeah. 2-0 for me.
Raheem Sterling coming close there, Gary.
Yeah, it was a good block. I thought Ranieri could have hit it straight away when the rebound came out to him. But
yeah, I think
he tried to take a touch and lost the ball. But
it was Pickford that missed his kick and allowed Trossard to get through.
Arsenal.
Huh? I'm on 3 minutes. And what we can take from it, guys, is Moreno is back in the midfield today. Here comes Arsenal again. This time it's Trossard on the right-hand side. Arsenal looking really gamey today. And Gary, these are the guys who are on the crux, right? These are the guys who are not going to be your first choice. Your Ranieri, your Trossard, your Sterling. Those are not going to be your first choice guys in the front three. And that's the reason why today is really them trying to tell the manager, no, you have to give me more game time. Yeah, I think that's a foul there on Ranieri. Is he giving a booking? Oh, that should be a yellow card. Ref, how was that not a yellow card? How's he not giving it? Gary, oi, Gary, wake up. How's he not giving him a yellow card for that tackle on Ranieri?
No, I'm a little bit behind you, so I haven't seen it yet.
Unbelievable. Patterson has absolutely taken his legs out, missed the ball.
Just at 3 minutes.
How has he not given him a yellow card for that? What do we have to deal with here? It's just horrendous. Awful tackle. Awful tackle by Patterson. Jesus Christ.
I'm just at 3 minutes 30, so I guess I'm going to be seeing it shortly.
I'm 4 minutes 50. Here comes Raheem Sterling with the cross. It gets blocked, and it's a corner to Arsenal.
Oh, that's the terrible. Yeah, I've just seen the foul.
Yeah, I mean Raheem Sterling and Trossard are finding loads of space. Yeah, that's not a red card, 18. Garfield giving you 2 licks there. That's definitely not that. That's not. It's a yellow, but he's not even given a yellow. And you know what, Gary? I bet he gets booked later on, and then that should have been 2 yellows. Corner to Arsenal, Declan Rice. It's a good corner. It's defended well. It goes out for another corner. Gary is trying to find another stream, guys.
How do you know?
I think he's trying to find Octus.
No, I've just had the Declan Rice corner. I've jumped up about 30 seconds, I think.
Yeah, the second one's
gone. 5 minutes, it's defended. 40.
Right, Raheem Sterling's looking good today, man. Yeah, wow. I mean, he's looking really gamey. Garfield says, now sports under Premier League section.
Shoot. Oh,
now,
Declan Rice.
Sports. I'm on 6 minutes 40, Gary.
6
Arsenal
minutes
still
25.
Okay, that's good. You're only 20 seconds behind me. That's good. Cam saying,
why is Declan Rice not shooting it? He tried to play Raheem Sterling in, but it was easier to take the shot.
Cam saying Gillingham is offered a bit of insight on Berta on BT Sports. He says he was brought in to take Arsenal to the next level, as he did with Atletico. Garfield says he's on 5 minutes. I'm on 7 minutes and 20 seconds. Here comes Everton. Is it going to be 1-0? No, it's a great tackle by Lewis Skelly. Here comes Everton again. Oh, well defended by Arsenal. And it's Moreno best back there to help out. Ooh. I'm 7.5 minutes now, guys. So Gillingham confirmed that Gyökeres and Sesko, Williams and Zumbamendi are Arsenal's main targets. Happy with that, Gary? Happy with that, Gary? Gyökeres, Sesko, Nico Williams, and Zumbamendi are Arsenal's main targets. 4 miles away from me. Yeah. Rotted. Okay, that's good. Hey, is that...
Yeah, you got to be happy with that, ain't you?
Hey, Garfield, is that 4 miles from your house in Montenegro? Yeah, boy. No, we're just selling the old baggage, man.
Drink of choice.
Yeah, Gary, who are you gonna sell? Gary, and everybody in the chat. Ben White, sell or keep? That's an easy keep, isn't it? That's an easy keep. He's probably going to be England's best right back. So let's just skip over that. Yeah. You get 140 million bid from Saudi Arabia for Gabriel Magalhaes. Sell or keep. Here comes Trossard on the right-hand side. Oh, well done, Trossard. Come on. Gary, 140 million bid for Gabriel Magalhaes. Sell or keep? Everton with a Kevin Campbell sign on there. Big up to Everton. Respect to Everton for that. I don't think Gary can hear me, so I'm going to carry on. Gabriel Magalhaes, 140 million, sell or keep? I'm keeping.
Yeah, no, I can hear you. Yeah.
Sorry, guys. I'm keeping that one.
140 million is a hell of a lot of money.
It is, but what you're going to do? Put Timber in centre back? Put Calafiori at centre back? I don't know. Why would you break up the best centre back pairing in the world?
If I'm going to use him.
And look, if it gets you closer to Isak, then maybe. But you know,
you got.
But we're going for Gyökeres, so that's problem. Here comes Miles.
You're avenue
again. Yeah, I like the Emerson.
I think Isak's the pipe dream, mate. I don't think they're going to 50 million on it.
Yeah, no, I think that they'll be all right with Gyökeres and Nico Williams. I don't think you need Isak. Yeah, I think we'll keep, as Nay said, we'll keep Gabriel. We'll keep in. We'll sell Kieran Tierney. Jakob Kivior, guys. Sell or keep? Sell or keep?
Sell.
Jakob Kivior. Another Arsenal corner. It's a good corner. Come on. Ooh, Declan Rice. Ooh. Jakob Kivior, guys. Sell or keep? 18 says sell. Nay says sell. Emerson says sell. Garfield says sell.
I'm saying sell.
Gary says sell. And Cam
Garfield
says sell.
To United.
Yeah, so the consensus on him is probably sell. Being that you've got Calafiori, you've got go on, shoot. Oh, you've got Timber, you've got Ben White, you've got Calafiori, you've got three guys who can play centre back. And then you probably like someone from the academy coming up there as well. Zinchenko, guys, sell or keep Zinchenko, guys. Sell or keep Zinchenko. Let's see what you guys are saying.
100% sell.
Sell or keep Zinchenko. Zinchenko, this is going to be controversial, guys. I would keep Zinchenko.
100%
and the reason why I would keep him is because
wherever he wants to go.
It really depends if you get money for him. If you get 25 million for Zinchenko, then sell. But I think he can back up Odegaard. We've got no one to back up Odegaard at that number 10 role. And when he played there last week, he looked really, really good. He even scored a goal. Here comes Raheem Sterling. Looks really gamey today. But yeah, if you get a bid for him, sell. Emerson says Zinchenko, sell. Nay says sell. Garfield says keep. Maybe Garfield saying he wants Man United to keep Zinchenko. 18 says keep. Cam says into the last 18 months of his contract, and he feels like the moment for Arsenal to part ways. No longer a regular under Arteta, sell. Yeah, I mean, I'd be easy either way. If you get a good bid offer for him, then sell. But my question is, who's going to be your backup number 10? If Odegaard gets injured again, what are you going to do? By all accounts, we should have put Zinchenko in there. We should not have played Havertz or Trossard at the number 10. I think that was a mistake.
He didn't use Zinchenko in that role when Odegaard was out anyway.
I know that's why I mentioned it. Yeah.
That's the thing with Arteta. He got these players, but he just wants to stick to the same.
And I think that's played into the hamstring problem.
He doesn't trust you. You don't get in.
I think that's played into who's that? Moreno is down. Was it an elbow? No, the ball hit him in his face. Man up, man. That's big man things there, Moreno. Big man things there. Who else, guys? Right. Tomiyasu, guys. Tomiyasu, keep or sell? That's going to be a controversial
he just took
one.
a tiny ball in the face.
Tomiyasu, guys, keep or sell?
Sell. Can't stay fit. Can't stay fit. What's the point of having him?
Keep or sell, guys. He's a quality player. When he's fit, he won't be required to start anymore. He'll just be a squad player. He's cheap. His wages is low. He's got 2 years left on his contract. Tomiyasu. Gary says sell. Cam says reluctant sell. On his day, Japan International is an excellent defender. I agree, but his injury means he cannot. But then he won't be playing every game, so you'll only use him sparingly. He'll play, what, 10, 12 games? League Cup, FA Cup, all that stuff. I would keep him. I like Tomiyasu. I'm a big Tomiyasu fan.
Yeah, but he's that kind of player, Apollo, that gets injured in training.
Yeah, but players get injured all the time, mate. He's not a starter. He's going to be a squad player. Get him fit. Get him playing in those cups.
I mean,
oh,
listen, if he could stay fit.
That was close from Everton.
If he could stay fit, I'd keep him all day long.
Yeah, that's a good tackle there. Arsenal really on the back foot here against Everton. Everton really going for it. I would keep Tomiyasu. 18 says keep.
They not score there.
Oh, it's well defended by Declan Rice there. Nay says Tomiyasu sell. Emerson says keep Tomiyasu. And Garfield's just having a laugh. And yeah, I'm keeping Tomiyasu. I'm keeping. Thomas Partey, guys. His contract runs out anyway, but I don't think you can really comment on players whose contract run out, but I would keep him. I would absolutely keep Thomas Partey and get him signed back. Right, guys. When he gets fit again, what are you going to do with Gabriel Jesus? Keep or sell? Jesus, keep or sell?
Sell him.
Jesus, guys, keep or sell?
Take a fiver down the Sunday market for him.
It's a shame because he turned it around, didn't he, Gary, before he got injured? But he always gets injured. The difference with Tomiyasu and him is that if you sell him, you'll at least get something for him. But Tomiyasu, I don't think you'll get much for Tomiyasu. Jesus, another reluctant sell. Arsenal will need to raise some funds for a new forward. And the Brazilian is an obvious candidate, sell. 18 says sell. Garfield says sell his rascal. Nay says sell. This is a sell all day long. Emerson says sell. Gary, sell. Yeah, Jesus is a god, mate. Jesus is a god, right. Gabriel Martinelli. Ooh. Gabriel Martinelli, guys. Sell or keep? Gabriel, after last week, it's a keep for me. It's a big keep. After last week, Gabriel Martinelli, big keep. I'm looking for him to tear up Real Madrid on Tuesday. I think he's going to have a really good game. Cam says, would be interesting to see Arsenal's stance if a big bid came in for Martinelli. His form has been mixed this season. At 23 years old, he still has time on his side. Keep. Yeah. 18 says keep. Gary says upgrade. Well, Nico Williams will be an upgrade. But then you can alternate the time between the two. Sell to the Arabs.
Yeah,
if it's 100 million, I'm selling.
Devoting to squad player.
Yeah, if it's 100 million, I'm selling Martinelli and bringing in Nico Williams. But outside of that, I'm keeping Martinelli. Nay says keep. Garfield, you're reluctant if you think you're winning that. No, Nico Williams comes in, man. Martinelli is a backup now. And Trossard's life gets even more difficult. So that's a tough one. Speaking of Trossard, guys, sell or keep? That's going to be controversial. Sell or keep Trossard, guys. One of Arsenal's most productive players after the last 2 seasons with goals and assists. Sell or keep Trossard. Right, Emerson says sell Martinelli. Oh, wow. Cam says proved to be an excellent signing after joining. Better to sign than Mudryk. Can play anywhere across the front lines, which makes him valuable. Keep Trossard. That's what I said. Nay said, need a backup with injuries. Keep Trossard. 18 says keep. Nay says keep. Emerson
I think if
says
you can get
sell.
good money for him, then you move him on.
Yeah. Emerson says sell Trossard. And Tony wants Trossard sold as well. Tony says sell Trossard. I'm just joking. Afternoon, Tony. Afternoon. I hope you're doing well, bro. And Tony's been teaching today, so he's had some overtime to do. Yeah, guys, the consensus with Trossard is to keep Trossard. Yeah, that's a big consensus there. Kai Havertz, guys. Kai Havertz, sell or keep. That's a big keep from me, guys.
Keep.
That's a big keep from me. Kai Havertz. Here comes Arsenal again. Go on. Saliba now playing on the right, trying to get a ball in this. Ben White. Kivior with the cross. It's a terrible cross. Terrible by Kivior. Havertz, guys, sell or keep. Havertz, sell or keep. Cam says Havertz reborn in 2024 after being moved up front. Even if Arsenal sign a new striker, they should keep the German as competition and cover. Keep. And not just well, but he plays really well in the 8 role as well. So, yeah, the guy leads the team in tackles and duels.
I think you could put Havertz in goal. He did do a decent job.
And he's got 15 goals as well. He would have had 20. Me and Gary's nutting you lot because he would have had 20 goals this season. So I don't want any of you lot telling me and Gary that we were wrong about Havertz. He would have had 20 goals this season. If anyone here thinks after 15 goals and 8 assists this season in January that for the next 4 months he wouldn't have got 20 goals, then you're mad. You're insane. If you think that he wouldn't have hit 20, then you're as crazy as Donald Trump. Tony says keep Havertz. 18 says keep. Cam says keep. Emerson says keep. Nay says keep. And Garfield says he wants Man United to sign Havertz. Mad.
He wants Man United to sign Arteta. I don't know about Havertz.
Right, guys, this one's going to hurt you. This is my last one. 150 million bid comes in for Saka. 150 million from Real Madrid comes in for Saka. What do you do?
Is that just for his left leg?
What's that?
Is that just for his left leg? Is that just for his left leg?
Here comes Arsenal again. It's 3 against 1. It's Trossard. Shoot. Oh, what are you doing? Pull the trigger. Pull the trigger, man. 150 million for Saka, guys. That's really gonna guys, that's 180 million euros. What do you do with Saka? 150 million. 150 million, guys. Going once, going twice. What do you do? Cam says keep. He says Arsenal's telling him another contract, surely given his best, keep him. Tony says make it 200 million and I'll sell, but keep. Garfield said sell him Clark to Man United. Sell him to Man United. Nay says never ever sell my son. Emerson says keep Saka. 18 says 150 million. Sell. Mixed bag on Saka. It's a real mixed bag. Emerson says question, Apollo. What's the question, bro? And Garfield's just laughing his head off. Yeah, it's a tough one with Saka. Guys, look, guys, look. Chelsea sold Hazard, ended up winning the Champions League, ended up winning it twice. Liverpool sold Coutinho, ended up winning the Champions League and the league. Spurs sold Gareth Bale, and nothing happened. What would happen if Arsenal sold Saka?
Well, you see what we've been like without him for the last 3 months.
Yeah, I know. Yep. Real controversial. Sell. Keep. At least some people are here are kind of looking at that, man. And in terms of 150 million, you can buy a lot of players for 150 million, bro. And guys, and this is important. And remember, you've got Nico Williams, you've got Wenieri. Think about it. Think about it, guys. Think about it. You get 150 million for Saka, and you're buying Nico Williams for 53 million, and they run the same wages. Yeah? They'll essentially be on the same wages. Yeah.
Max Dowman. Max Dowman's just scored a hat-trick today.
Okay, here we go. Okay.
It's a hat-trick for that under the 70 minutes been played.
It's a little cagey game at the moment, guys. I'm on 27 minutes at the moment. Very, very cagey game at the moment. Saka is our spine. Well, Partey's our spine. Saka's our gold. It's our golden ball.
This would be quite an open game. But no keeper's had a shot to save.
Emerson's question. Emerson says, Apollo, which academy player will you have around the first team season? This season, next season? Probably next season. That's a good question. I think it would be, let me give you 4 players. Max Dowman, obviously number 1. Number 2, probably Josh Nicholas. I'd like to see more of Josh Nicholas. When I saw Josh Nicholas in preseason, he looked really good. He looked like another Lewis Skelly. He's got another year under his belt. He's stronger. I would like to have a look at. I'm really to see what we can do with Josh Nicholas. He's lightning quick. He's good on the ball. Remember, guys, when we beat Bayer Leverkusen 4-1 in preseason, Josh Nichols. What did I say? Didn't I say Josh Nichols?
Nichols,
yeah. When I saw him play against Nicholas. When I saw him play against Bayern Munich, I thought he was fantastic. Spirit that the ball is so he's someone can with Max Dowman. What Jack Porter? Would I? I don't know whether Jack Porter is too. He's 16 years old now. Jack Porter. Yeah, I think Jack Porter might be too young. So he'll go out on loan. Yeah, he'll go on loan. So it might be for me, Kayon Edwards. I think Edwards He's someone that I might want to have a look at. Huh? Gary, what was that?
First time I've ever seen a black man running the line in a Premier League game.
I hear you, man. Yeah, so I think Keon Edwards. Again, I wouldn't say Tommy Seaford as much as Jack Porter. I just think it's too young for a goalkeeper. But the other one is my last one would be probably Braden Clark. I'd like to see Braden Clark. I think we got him off Wolves, didn't we? Yeah, so I'd like to have a look at him. I think he's a right back. We could groom him behind Ben White and Timber, and I think that he's got promise there. I think he's had 10 appearances in the under 18s. He's looked really good. I'd like to see him develop under Arteta. I'd like to see him take the step to the next level. So that's it for me. It would be Max Dowman, Josh Nichols, Keon Edwards, Braden Clark. But the two goalkeepers, Jack Porter and Tommy Seaford, I'd like to see them go out on loan. They're too young. No, Seaford's 18. Yeah, Seaford's 18, Porter's 16. Just too young. Just too young for me. Just too young. And I know Max Dowman's 15 years old, guys, but I definitely want to see more of him. Keon Edwards is like 21 now, isn't he? Isn't he 21, Emerson? Yeah, he's just saying Keon Edwards will leave on loan next season. That's a shame. I'd like to see more of him, mate. Because he's one of the oldest ones, isn't he? He's going to be your Nathan Butler when they get to that age, what you're going to do type of thing. But I actually think he's got something in him, just like I did. What was the guy last year? Ruel. What was the centre back last year that we let go? Ruel something another. Ruel Walters, yeah. I feel the same way about Keon Edwards as I do against him. But Keon Edwards is a forward as well, so I would just like to see us develop. We after the fiasco we went through with Obi Martin, it's going to be tough. I want to see which forwards come in. We don't really have any forwards coming through at the moment, apart from, well, nobody really. So after the Balogun and Nketiah thing and Obi Martin, I just don't see who we're grooming through at the moment. So yeah, that's just my opinion on it all. But yeah, those would be the guys who I'd like to see. So if he's going, then it's just going to be Braden Clark, Josh Nichols, and Max Dowman. Emerson, what's your thoughts on C-Jack O'Neill, the midfielder, the 16-year-old? What's your thoughts on him?
One 0 Arsenal.
Yeah, I can see it's
Leandro Trossard has scored.
Sterling's running. Here's Trossard on his left foot. It's a low shot. It's 1-0 Arsenal. It's Trossard. And guys, for all of you who said you would sell Trossard, that's what he can do. Simple as that. Simple as that. Let me see. Gary, was you one of those who said sell Trossard?
I said if you can get a decent amount for him, sell him.
So you would sell one of your most productive goal scorers and assisters over the last 2 years. That's a good finish from Trossard.
But he's pushing 30, isn't he? So he's pushing 30. If you can get a decent amount for him, sell him.
No, he's already 30. In December, he'll be 31. Gary wants players who can shoot.
Gary
Wants players who can shoot. and he shoots. That's what he does. That's what he does, Gary.
If you don't shoot, you don't score, do you? We're just trying to walk the ball into the net all the time. Sometimes you've got to have a shot.
That's 27 goals for Arsenal, Gary. 27 goals for Arsenal. Trossard. 27 goals for Arsenal. And Gary, he has also 13, 14, 15. He has 27 goals and 22 assists in 2 years, Gary.
Yeah, that's an excellent record. Probably a player that probably should have a few more.
So Tony says 27 goals and 22 assists is not enough. So he doesn't do it enough. Tony, 27 goals, 20. That's 49 goals and assists in 2 years, Gary. Tony. Garfield says you need to sell Trossard to Man United. Oh no, he doesn't say that. That's Arsenal in all sorts here.
Garfield's going.
Oh wow.
Garfield's going on like Andrea Berta over here. We need to sell before we can do anything.
Yeah, and Nay actually pointed out that my cousin got the assist. Nay actually pointed out my cousin actually got the assist on that. I think Sterling's having a good game today. But yeah, sorry, back to Garfield. You need to sell Sterling and Trossard to us. Says anything, bro. If a deal is not done by striker, no. From my sources, actually says what Balogun says. Balogun says, and what David Ornstein is saying, which is Gyökeres is saying that he only wants to go to Arsenal. That's basically. So Gyökeres is really keyed on Arsenal. I think the reason why he's doing that is because he knows that they want Sesko. But if you had the choice between Sesko and Gyökeres, you'd choose Gyökeres, wouldn't you? Oh, Everton nearly scored just over the bar. Header. It's a clash of heads at the moment. It's Moreno clash of heads. It looks like is it Moreno and Patterson? Declan Rice just doesn't get rid of the ball there. And it's a cross. And then a clash of heads between
No, it was Ben White. He plays into trouble. And then Rice his clearance.
Oh wow. Right, okay. Give him some magic water and orange slices and he should be okay. Moreno looks like he's hit harder. Gary, that might be a substitution. Right, we're going to have a look at the goal again. Right, look at Sterling go. Yeah, it's a good run by Sterling. Nicely weighted. Good Trossard. Good finish on Trossard. Tony says he's 100% with Gary. Take the money while he's still got value. Emerson says the young Irish player will get some under 18s under Dan Gankesa. Yeah, thanks for that because I'm really interested in terms of seeing where he goes. Yeah, he's a player I've got a lot of interest in. So really looking forward to that. If you guys forget who I'm talking about Sidach O'Neill, midfielder for Arsenal, 6 years old, looked good. I've seen inside. Tony, those are his stats as an Arsenal player. So yes, it's the last 2.5 years. Or 2 years rather, because we bought him in January. So it's not 3 years. What I think Garfield said it would be 3-1 to Everton. So Garfield, your prediction is still in play. Let's get rid of that goal sign, shall we? Guys, this is I think that Moreno looks okay. It might be concussion protocol. If that's the case, guys, then he'll have to come off. We're not really getting a good sign of what's going out here, but Moreno kind of looks okay. Yeah, I don't see any blood on that tissue. I don't see any blood on the tissue. In fact, they're putting Vaseline on the where he was connected. I think he's going to carry on, guys. And look, it's 41 minutes played. Gary, I think they're going to try and go the next 5 minutes. I think they're going to try and get to half time with him. The problem is, if it is a concussion, Gary, and he's a bit dizzy, then what are they going to do? But I think he's going to. I think he's going to carry on.
Well, don't they can sub on a sub and then sub him back off, don't they?
No, I think
there's a little bit of blood there.
Not the type of thing to do, Gary, when you're. And look, Gary, well done to Arteta for resting players. You've gone away to Goodison Park, which, by the way, Gary, you haven't really done well lately. You did win last year, but over the last 5 years, we've been horrendous at this place. So you've gone there with your backups, and you're 1-0 in, you're 1-0 up. So well done to Arteta for that. I think that they'll leave him on the sideline for a minute. Trossard's down now. Trossard's down.
I think I saw Ashley Young getting stripped for Everton.
Right. Trossard's down, guys. It's his right hip. But a lot of that may be to give Mikel Moreno a little bit of a breather as well. So, right, is Moreno back on the field? I can't see Moreno back on the field.
I think he's gone down the tunnel maybe to get a stitch.
Yeah, I can't see him back on the field. So Arsenal playing with 10 men at the moment. Chelsea in full press. I think Kivior's played well today.
Chelsea. Did you just say Chelsea in full press?
Everton. Yeah, Arsenal really just trying to recycle the ball among the back four for obvious reasons. Jorginho now on the ball, taking up the midfield. He's done okay today, but not really. It's a really good ball there out on the right to Trossard. Moreno is back on the field, guys. And Lewis Skelly, Arsenal now in recycle. And really, they just want to see this one through to half-time. Don't get sloppy. And as I said, don't get sloppy when Yeri gives the ball away. Cam saying defense is way too chaotic without Timber and Gabriel. Done reasonably well defending their set pieces. They've got some big body. Yeah, Everton's a big physical team. And guys, remember, like they've been on a really good run, Everton, since David Moyes has been back. They went 8 games unbeaten.
Well, the Liverpool game was their first loss, wasn't it? In 10.
Yeah, and it was controversial as well, Gary. So I think this is
100%.
a really, really good result. Who have Forest got today? Forest have got Aston Villa away. Oh, that's a great matchup. 6 minutes added on. Thanks, Emerson, for that. Gary.
I think they'll turn over Villa.
Nah, come on, man. At least that's a draw, Gary. At least that's a draw. That's all we need, really.
I think Forest will turn over Villa.
Yeah, at the moment, Arsenal have a 7-point lead on Forest. If Villa gets a draw against Nottingham Forest, Forest would have 58 points. Arsenal would have 64 points. So it'd be a 6 points lead. With 7 games to go, Gary.
Yeah, I can't see Forest catching us. If we keep the points on the board, I don't think Forest will catch us at all.
So I don't care whether it's been a dull half, guys. We're winning, and that's all that matters. Arsenal now just trying to play keep ball.
Cross,
Ben White has done well today, guys. Really, really big difference with him having him back there, right back. Really, this game he's got more involved in the build-up play with Ranieri than we've ever seen him do this half of the year since he's come back from injury, and Saliba's been a bit steady. But yeah, I do take the fact that it's been chaotic. But we're playing away to Everton. Anyone who thinks that these games are easy still has to have their head tested, as far as I'm concerned. Sometimes we keep talking like every game should be easy, and that's just not how it works in the Premier League. This is never an easy fixture coming to Goodison Park away from home. Never has been easy. And if you're Everton as well,
but I think Apollo, there's games where you want to see him make more change.
Right? Go on! Oh, it's a great save. Declan Rice's shot gets blocked. Arsenal nearly 2-0 up there, guys. Oh, wow. Arsenal nearly 2-0 up. Trossard nearly with his second. Trossard is still down in the Everton box. 2 Arsenal players down now. 6 minutes has been played. We're now on 48 minutes. Ref, if I was you, I'd just blow this whistle. I'd just blow this one for half time.
That's only 3 minutes.
Just realised I haven't sent my predictions in.
Oh, Marino's just got done off the ball there by Beto.
Shall I go for a 2-1 City win? Yeah. So far it's been I think it's been a good half. Cam says, can we just not go panic mode when we score Everton? Everton look dead after they've scored. Yeah, you're forgetting the Goodison faithful, man. They've got strong support. They're at their most dangerous when they're behind. But the play's resumed now, guys. We've now played 50 minutes. We've now played 50
every
minutes.
Game's every time, isn't it? Because they're playing there next. They've got the round.
Yeah. I mean, so far we've kept them without a goal, which is all we really need to do. I'm hoping we'll win 2-0 here today. But Everton look dangerous. It's a good strike. Oh, it's over. Yeah, it's a good strike, but it's over. Here we go. Yeah, so it's half time. Whistle's blown. Cam says Moreno has probably been our best player. I think there's been a few good performances. I think Sterling's had a good game. I think Ben White's had a good game. Yes, Moreno's had a good game. Trossard's had a good game. Yeah, it's not just Moreno, mate. I think it's been a decent performance. It's a lot more gamey than what I thought it was going to be. I thought this was going to be a bore fest. I did say, Gary, that that this one is going to be a snooze fest. Shout out to Tony. Tony looks like he's in a bar. I thought Tony said he was doing lessons.
Hi guys, I've sneaked out early so I can get in a pub. So that's where I'm at. I'm watching the game.
Excellent.
How you doing, guys? I'm trying to change my camera.
Yeah, we're doing good, man. What's your thoughts on the first half, Tony?
Hang on, let me get this. There we go.
Excellent. Was that Guinness that I saw you drinking there? I didn't know you was a Guinness.
Exactly. Man. Of course, brother. I'm a Caribbean.
Listen, the only time I drink Guinness is when it's with punch.
No, man.
Is when it's with carrot juice or when it's with Jamaican punch. It's the only time I drink Guinness.
No, Guinness is the drink of choice when in a pub, mate. How you doing, Gaz?
Gary's not good. He's got pain in his back.
Oh, mate. Sorry to hear. Hope you feel better soon, bro. Yeah, I just thought I'd pop on real quick and just give you my rundown of the first half.
Me today, mate.
You need to get some Tiger Balm on there, bro. Get yourself in that hot bath after, and ensure it's as hot as you can have it.
Definitely.
And if you got any magnesium, that's magnesium salts. That's what I use. It's the thing, because obviously I'm taking punches all the time, so I've got bruises all over, and effectively that's what I use every time I train.
Yeah. The salt bath is definitely. I've got a bag of 25 kilos in my bathroom, and we got a cup and we spoon it out, put it in the bath. That's a normal thing. Do it at least twice a week.
Yeah. But anyway, guys, I'm not going to stay long because you're probably getting all the residual noise in the back of the pub. I've been impressed with the first half. Obviously, look, a much different team to what we would expect, and obviously players are being rested for the game against Real Madrid. But I think it's been a very impressive performance so far. It's good to see that the players on the bench are coming and they're doing what they need to do. Trossard, I've been listening in to your commentary about who we should keep and who we should sell. Trossard is serviceable. But as Gary said, he's getting on. And I think if you get money for Trossard in the summer, take it. Because what you need to do is think, if you get rid of Trossard for anything decent, you can reinvest that in likes of Nico Williams. who are younger, hungrier, faster, stronger. So that would be an immediate upgrade for me, because if you've got Nico Williams and Gabriel Martinelli on your left, and then you've got Saka, Nwaneri, and any other on your right, then you've got strong strength in depth there. But yeah, as I said, Trossard having a good game. I think everyone who's come on is performing well. Obviously, it's going to be a tough game for us at Everton, because it's a bogey ground for us, really. So we got still 45 minutes of hard work to put this game away. Hopefully, we can do that. But yeah, so far so good, and I look forward to the second half. But now I'm going to leave you guys, and I'll catch you at the end of the game.
All right, Tony, thanks for joining us and giving us your thoughts and input. Much appreciated, and enjoy the rest of your day, bro.
Cheers, guys.
Excellent. And so, guys, Gary, what's your thoughts? And then I'll pull up match stats and everything. What was your thoughts on the first half?
Yeah, I thought we was really good in that first half. It was a very open game. I think we was both thinking it was going to be a snooze fest, but I like to see the changes, man. Something that we kind of want to see more often. Then when you have good performance with the change that he's made, I think Trossard's been really good. It's been not a classic game by any means of the stretch, but we're 1-0 up. We could have had one or two more, but Everton could have had one or two themselves. So all in all, good 45, and let's hope we can see it out in the next 45 and take the 3 points and come out of it without any injuries, because Trossard looked like he was hobbling off there after the challenge from Pickford. And if we get another chance early in the second half, let's put it away, and really, I think that would be the game done.
So, guys, here's the tale of the tape of what's going on in the game. Everton 3 shots, Arsenal 6. Everton no shots on target. Arsenal 3 shots on target. This is the difference, guys. This is why I think underneath the covers that we're actually having a decent game, because remember when we were playing in those games before, when we were having 20 shots and only 2 on target? Yeah, that was happening for 3 or 4 games in a row. And this is the first game, by the way, guys, that we haven't had Moreno as striker. And we put him in a midfield position, and he's playing really well. But look what difference this made with Trossard, and not so much Nwaneri. I think Nwaneri's been poor. It's really been Sterling and Trossard. And we've had 6 shots and 3 on target. 21 touches in the box, 65% possession. And it's really just been Trossard and Sterling that's been pulling the strings. So this is away from home at Goodison Park. Hold on. At Goodison Park. And I think they've done really well. They would be delighted going in at half time. They've coped with everything that Everton has basically had to offer. There were times Everton's looked dangerous, and one of you said it was chaotic. That's the nature of when you're playing away against these teams. They are going to put you under pressure. But Arsenal don't have to worry. They've made several changes, and you're not in trouble here. You're still holding the fort. You've got players to come on in the second half. Martinelli, Odegaard, Saka, Thomas Partey. You've got a plethora of players, Yuri and Timber. So you've got a plethora of players who can come on. The question is, Gary, do you have to play them? That's the question. The question is, can you go 90 minutes without having to play those players?
What's that like when instead of making changes?
Yeah.
More regularly than what Arteta does.
Yeah.
I was talking to Nabil on social media, and we were saying, I think his post was like, I think it was Bill, but the post was like about all the hamstring injuries that we've got. And I was saying, like, it can't be a coincidence that Saka, Gabby, and Havertz, the three players that have played almost every second of every game this season, injuries, because they haven't had the rest that their body needs to recover. So in games like, listen, I know there's no easy games in the Premier League. You know, it doesn't matter if you're top and you're playing bottom, it's never going to be easy. But the whole point of having a squad is that you say, right, do we need Saka playing in this game? Do we need Gabriel and Saliba playing in this game? You virtually no minutes in the Premier League all season.
Yeah,
and when
I
he comes
think
in, you're expecting him to perform at a top level when he hasn't had any football to play all year.
Yeah, I think
work like that.
I think in terms
like,
of the intensity,
if you're a boxer, if Tony was on fought for 5 years and you get put in the ring out many times, it's more unlikely that the person who hasn't been in the ring for 5 years is not going to be up to speed with what he needs to do in the ring. It's kind of the similar situation. So I like to see changes like this. I think this is what we need more of.
Yeah, and I think it's done really well for the guys there. And the difference is maybe the stress. I mean, this feels like a preseason game. This feels like there's no stress, no tension. Because, you know, every game, Gary, from now to the end of the season is practically preseason. You're not going to win a title. Liverpool are not going to lose. They're going to go through the whole season with losing only one game. The title's in their hand. If they do slip up and then Arsenal beat them, the gap is still going to be around 5 points. So imagine that, Gary. If Liverpool lose today and then Arsenal win at Anfield, it's still going to be a 5-6 point gap. That's how in the bag Liverpool has got it. After today, just 7 games left. I can't see Liverpool throwing it away. Liverpool will have the title. Liverpool, all they need is what? 3 more wins in the last 7. Easy. Just 3 more wins in the last 7. Yeah. Which means that they're four games clear. So if they win 3 of their next 7, then title's probably there. So for Arsenal, you just need Aston Villa to get a result against Nottingham Forest today, and second place is practically yours. So that's the reason why I think that there's no pressure today. They're just going out there, they're having fun. The result innately doesn't matter. It's all about Tuesday. It's all about the Champions League, and so that's the reason why I think that we've been quite good today. 18 says Sterling has played quite well. Shout out to Daniel. He was on the Guinness punch yesterday. Yeah, I'm on it today, bro. Socials, big up to you. Says well done with the ball. We are stopping the press. But man, I detest this Moyes physical football style. Sunday it is, but it's got them where they were today, and those 10 games where they went unbeaten. And he's going to do well next season. And I think it's one of those things, isn't it? When he left, they thought that they could do better, trying to punch above their weight, and really David Moyes is kind of where they are in regards to manager. He says Jorginho will have to come off at some point. Yeah, look, I think he's done, man. I think the league is too much for him. He'll be better suited going to play in Spain,
agreed.
Or I know he's going back to Flamengo, and that's all sorted out. But he definitely, the Premier League has gone past him. Cam says average half expected after many changes, but well done. But only matters here is the injuries and 3 points. Yeah, we had a few scares with Trossard and Moreno, but hopefully we'll come out of this game injury-free. I expected. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That Trossard and Sterling have really opened them up, and a lot of that is because Gary, there's no low block. Everton have come out and expressed themselves today, and that's the reason why we've played that. It's the counter-attack. That's where we've looked dangerous, when Trossard and Sterling is running at them and they're on the back foot. On 2 occasions, it was 3 against 2 in Arsenal's favour, and that's where the dangers come from. So really, this is about Everton not going into a low block and not suffocating Arsenal. in that way, and that's been a delight, and we've seen that because of the stats. Kivior's performance promising, but truth be told, Everton isn't that dangerous. His passing gives me some confidence. We might be able to break the red lines with Martinelli and Saka running onto the ball. Bro, if Martinelli and Saka's playing in this game, we're just terrorizing them on the counter-attack. Simple as that.
I think Saka starts the second half, and he's had half hour and 45 minutes. He'll be good to go against Madrid.
Yeah, Gary, why have I gone to Athletics and Michael Johnson? That's weird. Oh, no, it switched back. Okay. I thought something happened to my stream. It shifted to 200-meter run and then Michael Johnson. And I'm like, what's going on? I'm watching Athletics now. No, it's gone back to Everton. It's a nice day up there up north in Merseyside.
Oh yeah, mine's just done it. Mine's just done it now.
Yeah, that scared me a little bit. Thinking, what the hell's going on there? Well, I lost my stream. Social saying, Cam, this is the type of game you need to score early and then rely on tiring out Everton. We've just got to win and get out. Yep. Isn't it nice that this is the early game as well? Urian Timber looks fine. Gary, Urian Timber looks fine for Real Madrid. I just saw him walking next to Trossard.
Yeah, I wouldn't even risk it. I wouldn't even risk him in today's game at all. I'd save him for Madrid. I'd have him at right back and Ben White at centre back.
Who would you play
against Madrid?
Now. Who would you take off the bench? Who would you play?
Just party for Jorginho.
Oh,
I think Saka will start the second half.
He is. He's coming on.
Yeah, Saka is definitely coming on.
Martinelli.
And just party for Jorginho.
Yeah, Martinelli's coming on as well.
You can bring Martinelli on a bit later on.
No, he's coming on now. So, guys...
Oh, Martinelli's coming on now?
Yeah, so Saka and Martinelli are coming on now. Wow. I didn't expect that. Trossard is on.
Well, I said just now, I think Saka will start the second half. Saka's got to get a good 45 minutes in him, hasn't he, before he can be considered to start against Madrid.
Yep. Social said I wouldn't put Saka on. No, they have to see the endurance. They have to give him more minutes. 10 minutes is not going to be enough. Otherwise, Socials, he's not going to start against Real Madrid. The plan is they want him to start against Real Madrid. So in order for him to do that, he has to get 45 minutes. It's all about stress testing, and 10 minutes is not a stress test.
What did he have against Fulham, Apollo?
25
How many minutes did he get against Fulham?
25
minutes.
25,
45. He's got 70 minutes in the tank. And then that shows you where he is to start against Madrid. He may not finish the game, but if he starts it and can create a couple of chances, which we take, then he's done his job.
Yeah, this is good man management from Arteta. 18 saying Saka has to get 4. Yeah, and that was a plan to ramp it up. 25 minutes, 45 minutes. And then he can start against Real Madrid. And if you need to take him off after 60, 65, 70 minutes, then you can. So that is the plan. So off goes Wanyeri and off goes Raheem Sterling.
Shame, because I thought Raheem Sterling had a really good game.
Yeah.
Penalty. Tony's reporting a penalty. To who, Tony? To who?
Probably to Everton. Lewis Skelly's dragged them down. Yeah, Lewis Skelly's dragged them down. But hold on, isn't that outside of the box? Is it outside the box? Yeah, it's a penalty. He's dragged them down. Don't know whether that's outside the box or in. Yeah, it's a clear penalty. He's not defended that well, Lewis Skelly. Yeah, it's he's not defended that well. And they're saying this. They're just checking to see if it's inside or outside the area.
To me, that looked like Harrison pulled him down.
Well,
that looked like
not
Harrison
defended.
pulled him down.
Yeah, it's not defended it well.
He should have just let Harrison run because Harrison is tragic.
What a start to the half for Everton. Yeah, it's a penalty.
It's not even a thing of Lewis Skelly still being raw. You just, as a defender, you just got to think, right, the ball's going there. He can't score from that position. Just stay on your feet. You don't need to get involved in no hugging matches.
Yeah.
If he goes and heads the ball before it bounces.
I mean, Harrison gets
before
wrong.
It bounces or clears it before it bounces. The
Harrison gets
wrong
side of him. Harrison gets wrong side of him, and that's the problem, really. Jorginho is booked for his protest. Jorginho,
yeah, but once he's the wrong side, you just got to leave him alone.
So this guy has scored in all 4 penalties he's taken this season. He's put 2 to the left, 2 to the right. Raya touching the crossbars there, telling Gary that it's a goal. It's 1-1. It's 5 for 5 from penalties. Yeah, it's 1-1.
Honestly, it's just such silly defending. He doesn't need to do that. The ball's going away from goal. Harrison's never going to score from there.
But Gary, that's one of these things that
literally just run back into position, put himself in between him and the goal.
Yeah, it's one of those ones, Gary, where you got to work on an 18-year-old and hope he gains that experience. Socials is saying not even 5 minutes into the half and we're switched. And yeah, that's this, guys. That's there's a benefit and there's a danger of playing players that young. Yes, he's great. He's a generational talent, really, Miles Lewis Skelly. But the red cards and obviously this is just a situation where you're going to have that inexperience that's going to rear its head. That's where we are. That's the good and the bad. And really, Arsenal was coasting. Yeah.
David Raya goes a mile early, man, every single time. What is it with him and penalties? He's gone way before the guys even got to the ball.
And now Gary's blaming the goalie. And I'm just kidding.
No, I'm not blaming the goalie. I'm just saying, look at he's dived before and is still 2 steps away from the ball.
Yeah.
Wait till he gets to the ball, for crying out loud. Oh, look, Garfield sneaked back into the chat. Look, Garfield sneaked back into the chat.
Yeah, Garfield trying to pine in on our misery. Loving his bottle jobs. Ray is pants at penalties. We've got short memories, haven't we? Didn't he get us through in Europe against Porto? Here comes Everton again. Is it going to be 2-1? It's a great save from Raya. Everton there, straight back on the attack. 18 saying, isn't that funny? Everton score and Garfield is back. Everton really, really now got Arsenal on the ropes. Here comes Trossard. Don't break into Arsenal. He goes out to Martinelli. Martinelli trying to recycle the ball, and it goes out for a corner. Arsenal, I think the one thing that Arteta has seen is the fact that Everton are not going low block and they're giving us the space to counter. You're asking for trouble. If you've got Martinelli and Saka on the team, and it looks like Trossard's playing centre forward, you're asking for trouble. Because on the counter, those guys are just going to rip you to shreds. Hold on, Gary. I just need to get another drink. Urian Timber's fine, mate. Urian Timber is absolutely fine. He's on the bench. He could come and play, but I just saw him walking and doing warm-ups, and he looks fine. Gary, be back in a second.
Yeah, no worries, mate. So Arsenal need to get another grip on this game. We've committed a stupidest mistake to let them Everton back in the game that they haven't really been in. We just have to play our football 18. There's nothing. Just keep doing what we were doing in the first half. We've got our Premier 2 wide men on. Just get the ball to them and let them see what they can do. And cut out the mistakes. We're the masters of our own downfall, Arsenal, all the time. You know, all the time we just give away stupid goals. Sometimes it's not hard to score against us. I think we're going to have to get Jorginho off and Thomas Partey on. And Arsenal come again with Martinelli. Oh, Declan Rice inches away from taking that in his stride. Corner to Arsenal. Garfield, you're funny. Why don't you just take that down, Trossard? Yeah, what matters, Cam, is what the referee. If you give the ref a decision to make, he makes it one way or the other, doesn't he? Lewis Skelly had time to head that ball back to Raya. He could have stopped it from bouncing over Kivior's head. So Cam is saying that's the first penalty Everton have scored at home in the league in 2 years. I'm saying, can't believe how motivated Garfield is now that Everton have scored. Misery loves company. Garfield wants us to be as bad as Man United. That makes him feel better. Garfield's getting the stick in the chat, but he's firing back. So Garfield's saying, we won more than you last 10 years, so rest up. Stats don't lie, bottle job. Garfield's having a whale of a time. Can Arsenal get this free kick at least on target? Saka and Rice over it. Old T-Rex arm Pickford has left a massive gap. I want to know when the last time we scored direct from a free kick was. Odegaard against Burnley.
Right, Gary, what did I miss?
Not a lot, mate. Free kick at the edge of the area, but Saka couldn't get it over the wall. Martinelli's now playing through the middle. Saka. It's still a very open game. Got some arguments going on in the chat between Garfield, Cam, and 18.
Oh, God, what's going on here? Cam saying, yeah, right now, FA Cup and League Cup is Man United's level. Arsenal's level is league title and Champions League. I'll take that. Actually, you know, I think I said that to Garfield last week. I said to Garfield, that's not in our ballpark anymore. We're resting players. We're playing the Pitney them in those domestic cup games. We're trying to catch much bigger fish.
Garfield saying our level is bottled.
How was he giving a free kick? Oh, how was he giving a free kick away like that? He slipped. Oh, referee. Oh, Urian Timber's coming on. He slipped. If a player slips, that's not a foul. Okay, Ben White, you know what? I got a clap. Ben White's done a good 60 minutes today. That's a good hour of football for Ben White. That's what he needs. It means he'll probably be able to play against Real Madrid, which gives our prospects a lot in terms of, do you play him centre-back? I would honestly play, do you play him centre-back or put him on Victinis Jr.? Or do you play Timber centre-back? Or I would rather Timber play against Victinis Jr.
I would play Timber against Vinicius Junior on the wing at right back and have Ben White partner in Saliba. Yeah, you haven't faced Real
Good
Madrid in a
footwork by
while.
Lewis Skelly there. That's a great one by Lewis Skelly. Go on. That's a foul, ref. Come on, yellow card. What a run by Lewis Skelly. Lewis Skelly runs past 4 Everton players. What a run by the 18-year-old. What a great run. You can see him here. Beats 1, beats 2, beats 3, comes and beats 4, then gets fouled. Yellow card. What a run by Lewis Skelly. Hey, Garfield, I bet you like that, innit? I bet you like them kind of thing there. Great run by Lewis Skelly. Excellent. Garfield makes me laugh, man. Garfield wants to see us lose so badly. Oh, my God, Garfield. What a run by Lewis Skelly. I hope this results in a goal. You know, Gary, I honestly thought he was going to go in and slap that in the bottom left corner, and that would have been a remarkable run. Huh?
It was a great run. I've just seen it.
Yeah. I was hoping he would finish it off. We got Saka, Trossard, and Declan Rice standing over the ball.
With that yellow card for Tarkowski, he's now the most booked player in the Premier League history with 64 yellow cards.
Hold on, that's not 10 yards. How was that 10 yards? That's going to hit the wall. It doesn't have to be
10 yards when it's against us.
That's going to hit the wall. Oh, what a save! I thought that was going in. Oh my God, I thought that was going in. Declan Rice finds a hole. I don't know how he does it. He finds a hole in the wall, and the goalie really didn't know what hit him. I actually think the ball hit the goalie and not the goalie hit the ball. Does that make sense, Gary?
Yeah, I'm just about to see it. Old Team X Arms Pickford.
Oh my God. I actually think the ball hits the goalie and not the goalie hits the ball. Saka's through. Oh. It's just too far in front. Jordan Pickford didn't know anything about that. It goes straight at him. If that's a foot to his left or right, it's in the back of the net.
Yeah, straight down his throat. But strong hands to give it good push away, though.
Everton subs.
Get off the pitch, Jorginho, please.
Brongen and Beto are replaced by Garner and Broja.
Oh, Garfield's back. Garfield's back. I think that one's directed at you, Apollo.
What's that?
If Garfield's back in the chat, I think that one's directed at you when you said if it's a foot either side.
Yeah, if it's a foot either side, it's in the back of the net. The goalie doesn't make a save there. The ball is the thing that makes the job. I tell you what, a run by Miles Lewis Skelly. Hey, Garfield, you can have Miles Lewis Skelly for 200 million. 200 million and he's yours.
Come on, Arsenal. Can we find the next goal?
He says the Glaziers would pay. I thought, didn't I read something that Man United in money trouble? What was that about? Am I right in this? Right, so United, they had a loss of about 27 million. And their losses account for sacking Ten Hag as well. I remember he was owed like 14 million or something like that.
Top 4 in the world at what, Garfield?
In debt. Man United are top 4 in the world in debt. Oh my God. Yeah, guys. If any of you guys want to read this article I'm putting up there you go. Press that article and tell me what you see. Press that article, guys, and tell me what you see. Press that article. Right, Cam's pressed the article. It says Manchester United Premier League club owe almost $1 billion. So they're almost as bad as business as Donald Trump. Yeah, that's those Brazilian websites we used to get the football links with, Garfield. So imagine United as a club is handling their money in the way that Donald Trump would. That's nuts. Yeah, well, you used to be the richest club in the world until you were surpassed by Real Madrid. At no point was Arsenal ever the richest club in the world. That's not who we are, but that's who you were. Yeah.
But we're a better run club than you.
Yeah. Raya just made another collection there on that corner.
A 7th means we're in the top 10, Garfield, but we're probably one of the best run clubs in the top 10.
Oh yeah, we revolutionise football. That's what we do. Cam says, Garfield, where are Man United in the league? Can anyone tell me where Man United is in the league, please?
He's blocked the kick. What kind of that should have been another yellow card? He blocked the kick.
Probably.
Why is the ref running away with his back to the play?
Yeah, that's nuts. Where are Man United in the league?
Again.
So Odegaard is coming on, guys. Odegaard's on for Jorginho. Right. Garfield says they're 14th. Cam says they're 13th. 18
you don't even know where your own club is in the league.
18 said you don't even know where your own club is in the league. Yeah, Odegaard on for Jorginho. As I said, I know our failure. I think you're winning the champion. I want to win the Champions League. I don't think they'll do it, but they'll give it a really good go against Real Madrid.
I'll tell you what, Garfield, we've got more chance of winning the Champions League than you lot. You've got to be in it to win it, Garfield.
Yep.
What, Man United in Europa, Garfield, didn't they? Or are they in the conference? That's Chelsea, isn't it? In the conference.
That's poor by Lewis Skelly. You best pray Everton don't take the lead. Yeah, if Everton take the lead, we're going to need them. Either way, we're going to need Villa to step up today. It's not a good result for Arsenal. We need to We need to put our foot down on second place. 18 says Man United have a Bob Hope's chance. Bob Hope, that means no hope. Of winning the Champions League. That's not your level, Garfield.
I think Garfield's underestimating the size of the rebuild that is going to take Man United.
Oh, and the thing is, I mean, Man United have spent what 900 million. They're going to have to spend another billion to get that right. I don't know what that does with them. And FFP, obviously, they're one of the richest clubs in the world, so they have a good income. But at some point, their fans are going to stop buying their merchandise because because you're in 13th place. Fans are less enthusiastic to buy shirts when a club is finishing at the bottom half of the table. Garfield says, have you won the Champions League? Well, it's not over until next couple of months, mate. Give it a chance. Yeah. Bro, Man United have to buy the farm, the farmer, and the animals if they're going to get anywhere. Yeah, it's pure old McDonald's farm business that they're going to have to take over. One or two players are not going to make a difference. That squad is so bad.
There, man.
Every time I switch on the BBC, I see Man United trying to get rid of every single player on their team. I mean, and you know what the joke is, Gary? They've only just bought these players, like Horberg, Garnacho. They've only just bought them, and they're talking about getting rid of them. I don't understand what's going on. They spent like 300, 400 million on these players.
If they knew they was going to sack Ten Hag, I don't understand why they gave him more money to spend than sack him. It makes no sense.
But listen, you know what it is. You know what it is, Gary. It's got nothing to do. Those are good players, Gary. Yeah. It's just that the club is just cursed. It's not a good club. You've got rid of Marcus Rashford and Anthony, and what are they doing now, Gary? What are Anthony and Marcus Rashford doing now? They're scoring goals.
They're tearing up the place.
They're tearing it up, mate. So it's got nothing to do with the players. So them getting rid of Højbjerg and Garnacho and all these players ain't going to make a difference. When the club is rotten at the core, no amount of players or changing players is going to make a difference. You can bring in whatever players you want. It's just, it's what happened when Arsenal had Ivan Gazidis, Rasenelli, Dick Law. You got to rip out the core. You got to you can change the players, change the manager as much as you want. If you don't rip out that core, ain't nothing changing, bro. Kieran Tierney's come on for Lewis Skelly. So Urian Timber's on for Ben White. Kieran Tierney's on for Lewis Skelly. So it's a whole pitch around. He's just getting ready for round three. Gary loves Kieran Tierney. It's a good throw by Tierney. Ooh. Who was that? Yeah, I don't know how Moreno got away with that free kick. He just trips over and then he cuddles the ball and then the ref gives him the free kick. He got away with that one.
I think that game, to be honest.
Oh, Trossard. No, it was a free kick. Trossard was one-on-one with the goalie, but I think the free kick's been given. Say if he scored that. What a ball from Trossard. Trossard's been lights out. He should have scored there. The goalie makes a great save, actually. That is a great save from Pickford.
Lieber, why are you hitting that ball, Lieber? Saliba's been terrible under the ball.
So, I mean, Arsenal's kind of slowly coming into the fray now. We've had a flurry of subs, and I think that's what's made the game change on its head. There's been a lot of subs there. Trossard's having a game of his life at the moment. I think this is one of the best performances I've seen from Trossard this year. Not really seen Saka affect the game as we thought we would, Gary.
No, he has hardly had the ball.
So if it stays like this, guys, Liverpool have the chance to move 14 points clear when they face Fulham tomorrow. If it stays like this. So, Gary, by my calculations, Liverpool would need 8 points from their last 7 games to clinch the title. Here goes Saka. I think that's Timber. Yeah, Gary, Liverpool would need, if it stays like this, Liverpool would need just 8 points from their last 7 games, which is what I said to you, innit? I said 3 wins.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, so I say it would be have to be an almighty collapse, which to be honest, I can't see them having. They've had the luck, injury free. Their squad's pretty much all together still.
Yeah.
So, listen, the league doesn't lie. At the end of the season, the best team wins it.
Yeah.
That's 3 times in a row, Garfield, not twice. Get it right.
Yeah, I honestly, I don't think that they bottled it. I just think that the squad is not good enough. Bottling it is when you're clearly and above the best team and you don't win it. And I think in certain instances, maybe in the first year when we were challenging, when we set the Premier League record for the first half of the season, 15 games, 15 wins, 1 goal, 1 draw, 1 loss. And then our thin squad just capitulated. We lost Partey, we lost Saliba. Our players have just started dropping like flies. That's all. Just everything relates to squad. Everything relates to squad. We just haven't had the squad.
This season, the squad was unfortunately left paper thin, and when the injury started to come, it showed.
Yep. Which means that we weren't good enough. So it's unfortunate. That's the reality of it. Not good enough. Don't deserve to win the title if you're not good enough.
Mm-hmm.
This one looks like it might be a 1-1 draw unless our boys can do something special. And he's brought on quite a lot of subs now. Social says, I really wonder what Berta makes of the squad. Weak. The feedback that I got from my sources at London Coney is he thinks the squad is weak and needs a complete influxion of quality players, which is why they're looking to get Nico Williams, Zubimendi, and Gyökeres. I mean, what would that do to this team? All of those players.
We all knew that anyway, didn't we?
Yeah. By all accounts, all those players would start on this team, which immediately demotes 3 players. So you look at Gyökeres, him starting, that demotes Kai Havertz. Zumba Mendy, him starting, you're going to lose Party anyway, so there's no real issue there. Nico Williams, him starting at demotes. Martinelli. Oh, yeah. So, and that's really how it should be, Gary. You should be bringing in players who demote starters on your team. Did Moreno and Calafiori demote starters from last year? No, they didn't. And that's where your problem is. No. You're not strengthening. You're adding to your squad, but there's nobody in terms of your first 11. You're not strengthening. But you know, how many goals would Nketiah have scored this year if he'd have played up front for us? Stupid, really. Here comes Arsenal. Here's the cross. Oh the God! What does he do? He does what he does well, which is miss the target. If there's one thing you could depend on Arsenal's captain, it's that he will miss the target. He doesn't even get his feet right. He's in all sorts of trouble. He miskicks it. It hits the wrong foot and goes out of bounds. Pretty much sums up Odegaard's season. Garfield says, you sound like losers. Look at the league table, mate, and then come back and give me that statement again. Martinelli's been a bit quiet of late, and Saka's hardly had a touch of the ball. Yeah, you've come to Goodison Park, drop points. It's pretty normal for Arsenal. It's pretty consistent with what we've done here before. Social say never seen someone scared to shoot or score a goal. Odegaard. He's just been off it this season, bro. He's just been off it, as well as the injury. He's just been off it. He's just been off it.
I mean, barring that anything else to do.
Martinelli shoots again, but the goalie saves.
That's the problem.
Yeah, Martinelli comes alive.
That Arsenal have.
This is the Martinelli that I like to see. It's a routine save by Pickford.
Yeah, Cam, that's what, when you've got the teams that ain't really at the top table, they survive any way they can, right? So if they want to harass you, bully you, kick you, and whatnot, that's how they survive. It was a good effort by Martinelli, but straight down Pickford's throat.
Uh, 18 saying we have enough time to win this. Yeah, we do. And we look gamey in the last few minutes. Odegaard's had 2 chances. Trossard's had the shot that was saved by Pickford. I mean, we definitely look stronger in the latter part of the game. We're starting to push for a winner, and that's the key thing here. Martinelli's come alive with his shot as well.
You've had an easy goal.
Yeah, we've definitely come alive. But Saka's nowhere to be seen. Everything's coming down that left-hand side.
I don't think there's been enough urgency after Everton scored. You've got to go and you've got to get a goal and say 2 shots, one from Martinelli, one from Rice. That's not enough.
Yeah. Oh, he's giving him a yellow. Well, thank you. He's standing right in front of the ball so they can't take the free kick, earn themselves a yellow card. That was stupid. That was really silly. Manager's not going to. David Moyes is not going to be happy with that. Arsenal still got enough time to win this game. I can't believe Moreno is still on the field. Emerson St. Apollo, just to inform you that the last Premier League 2 match on Monday at Boreham Wood and the playoffs in the last 16. Oh, the last game's on Monday at Boreham Wood. Oh, wow. I'm going to have to see if I can make that. I'm gonna try and make that, mate. I'm gonna try and make that. I promise I'll spend some time with my grandkids this week. I'll try and make that though. Miles Lewis Skelly should have been switched on. Yeah, it's his fault. He's gonna have to take the blame for this. We'd had an easy 3 points had it not been for Lewis Skelly. These players a go! Moreno with the header's just gone wide. I thought that was in the back of the net. Should he have done better? Oh, yeah, I think he should have scored there. I think he's had ample time to get that. He's got to do better. He's got to get that on the inside. And Arteta knows it. Arteta knows it, Gary. Yeah, Tony, if you come down, I'll meet up with you for the game, mate. Yeah.
Yeah, it should have been in the back of the net, man. Great cross from Kieran Tierney. He can cross the ball, that boy.
Yeah, high quality. That's a chance for Moreno. That's a chance. Everton, Emerson, is that the last league match or is that the penultimate league match? 7 p.m. I don't know if Gary can get down there because of his bad back. Mind you, it's the next 2 days. So Gary might be able to make it.
Was it this Monday coming?
Yeah. Yeah, Tony, I could meet you down there. What's that, Gal?
The boy's got his goalkeeper training. So I'll see if he wants to miss that.
Saka's just not had a chance to really. At least Saka's been out there running. That's the main thing. They've tried to hit that.
Has he?
Yeah, they've tried 3 times, Gary, to hit that long pass, and he's not been able to get on it. Oh, Kiviar's messed that up. Go on. Yeah, Kiviar deals with it. POMT player.
I think Kiviar's done better than Saliba today.
Kiviar.
Saliba's had a bit of a shocker.
Yeah, well, Kiviar's got man of the match. Honestly, I would have given it to Moreno. Yeah, I would have given it to Moreno.
I'd give it to Trossard.
And that's going to do a lot for Kiviar's confidence. Garfield says none of them deserve it. 18 says Harry Maguire deserved to be man of the match. Social saying we are not that different to Everton in attack. We just defend well and do little in attack. The thing about it, socials, is I was saying that Everton is not exactly gone into a low block this game. I mean, they kind of are now, but for much of the game they didn't, and that allowed us to take advantage of that. That's a corner. That's a corner to Arsenal. Arsenal really pouring it on strong now. Saka's taking the corner. How's that going to look?
We haven't created anything in this second.
What are you talking about? We've had 3 scoring chances. 4, actually. Odegaard twice, Trossard 1, and that shot that was saved by Martinelli. That's 4 chances. You can put either one of them away, Gary. This would be considered a normal result that we get up here. I'm not sure about the penalty, though.
Yeah, unfortunately today we just haven't been good enough. And that's what lets us down.
No, I think we were. I think we played.
These are the games that you need to be willing to be in with.
But we've played well enough to win, Gary. It's just a mistake by an 18-year-old, and we got to accept it. I don't think there was anything innately wrong with the performance.
Yeah, but there's 2 differences upon us. There's playing well and there's doing enough to win. So you can play well enough to win.
Yeah.
But you haven't done enough to win.
What's going on here? What's going on here? Referee's really having trouble on this one. Why is he giving a free kick when he's never touched the ball? What the hell has got? You know what? I'm not trying to make sense of this. Trossard. I'm not trying to make sense of this. You know what? I'm not going to try and make sense of that. Right, the game's over. Right, it's all square. It's 1-1. Let's just write full time here. Full time. Always tough when we go away to Goodison Park. Nothing's changed there. And I'm going to try and be quick with the player ratings, guys, because Gary's in quite a lot of pain. Not really much to take away from that game, but I think actually the performance wasn't too bad in relation to chances created and everything that we've done previously in the past. I think that the team sheet was bang on in terms of Arteta choosing to rest these players. I think he done the right thing. I think that the performance was right. The mistake by Lewis Skelly is what's cost us today. And now Liverpool, if they win, are going to be 14 points ahead and on their way to the title. The only thing that could help Arsenal today is that Aston Villa get a result. But today felt like a preseason game. Kivior, they've given man of the match. I've given my man of the match to Moreno. Let's go over to Gary while I type in the player ratings.
Yeah, I thought it was an okay performance. I don't think we played well enough to win, but we didn't do enough to win. Against these kind of teams, you've got to be having more efforts on goal. I mean, Pickford made 2 saves in that second half. Once we go back to 1-1, you know, the Trossard one was a foul, and Trossard before so that doesn't count. So we just haven't really done enough. Marino's put a header wide that he should have at least got on target. So it's disappointing overall. Again, it's the story of our season, and it just shows what we're missing. You know, it shows that we're just missing that guy up front that can put the ball in the net out of nothing. You know, not disappointed with the changes he's made. The league was probably gone, although we had hope. The league was probably gone a good couple of weeks before the international break. We were just relying on Liverpool to slip up. But listen, at the end of the day, it's Madrid on Tuesday. Let's go there and put in a performance and see if we can get a result.
Okay, right. Let's just do Arteta because Arteta's name's not down there. Arteta. Right, okay. I'm gonna fly through these quickly, guys, because Gary has to be on his way. Player ratings for me, guys. I'm going with Ray with a 6. I think he looked slightly chaotic because Gabriel wasn't there. There was a few communication issues, but not really enough to bother the outcome of the game. So I'm giving him a 6. Good to see Ben White back. He gets a 6 and managed to get himself, I thought, into good attacking positions in the first half, with some clever overlapping runs, which I don't really think Ranieri understood what was going on there. I think if you put Saka in that position, you start to see a little bit more synergy. But Ranieri lost the whole game, and I don't think that helped. I don't think that helped Ben White. Saliba, solid 7. I'm going to give him and Kiviar both a 7. And the forwards didn't have any luck with William Saliba today. Not his strongest display, but it was enough to hold them at bay. Kivior, only his 3rd league start this season, did his defensive duty well, chipping in with a few important blocks. He had 4 blocks today. Some good, accurate passing. Solid performance, given the situation that he's in. And confidence building for the Real Madrid game. The publications, BT Sport or TNT, call them whatever you want. I still call X Twitter. So there you go. I think that's going to be good for him in terms of just confidence building for Real Madrid. And so, you know, they gave him man of the match. I don't know whether you guys will or not, but I just thought Moreno had the better game. Trossard had the better game. And Lewis Skelly, I'm going to give Lewis Skelly a 4. I thought he was on his way to a solid 7, especially with that long run, which put Arsenal in a great chance for a free kick where Declan Rice nearly scored. But the lack of composure and awareness is what conceded the penalty, and he's got to take that on the chin. That's what you get, guys. Unfortunately, when you've got an 18-year-old, you get the good and you get the bad. And today, we got the bad. Jorginho, I'm going to give a 5, completely anonymous. He's shot. He doesn't have the legs for the Premier League. He's been like that for a while, actually. I'm surprised we didn't let him go to Flamengo in January. I guess it was just a numbers thing, why we didn't want to let him go, because we're so short on numbers, guys. I just felt that's the reason why they probably, because anytime Thomas Partey goes to right back, what you're going to do in the middle, and I think that's why Arteta didn't want him to go. But he's absolutely shot in regards to any legs for the Premier League whatsoever. Declan Rice didn't really stamp his authority on the game today, which is a bit strange. I expected a little bit more. He did cause problems for Everton with his corner in his deliveries and a free kick, which pulled off the save. But in-game influence just wasn't there, you know, for me. So he gets a 6.5. Ranieri, I thought he started a little bit lively, but just didn't link up well with Ben White. End product totally lacking, and he was replaced in the second half by Saka, who didn't make much of a difference on that. Trossard, I'm going to give a 7.5. Really strong game. Deployed as the lone striker. How many times have we been saying? I think he's only been given 2 chances before this, and that was when Odegaard got injured, and then once was in January when Havertz got injured. So he's only played up there twice. This was his 3rd time, and he looked really, really influential in terms of finding the bottom of the net with a pinpoint finish for his goal. He had other chances to influence the game, but looked really gamey today. He looked a different player today, and so I give him a 7.5. Sterling, I thought, was solid today. He was the architect of Arsenal's opening goal, taking on players, running defenders, just looking to beat his marker. He was taken off after the break as well for Martinelli. Moreno, he gets a 7.5. He's going to get my man of the match, really. What a Titan strong performance. Helping out the defensive back line, running onto the front line. Probably should have won the game for Arsenal in the last 5 minutes with that header, but it wasn't meant to be for us today. But it was a total performance. Isn't that funny? He starts 7 games as the lone striker, and then you put him back in his innate number 8 position, and he has a game like this where he's just influencing everything all over the field, doing the dirty work in the middle of the park. And as I said, probably should have had a goal. And Arteta, I'm going to give him a 7. I thought the team did enough to win today, and he was let down by the inexperienced 18-year-old, but there should have been 3 points. I thought the team set up really well. We were helped by Everton not playing the low block, of course, but I thought your starting 11 was very surprising, and it was a welcomed addition. Thank you, Mikel, for putting the Real Madrid game first, and so you get a 7. Gary, make this one quick. I know you're in pain.
Yeah, so David Raya, David Raya, I'm going to give him a 6. Didn't really have a lot to do, made 1 or 2 saves. Just got a little issue with his penalties. I mean, he went so early, and even when did we lose on penalties? What was that in? Was that in the FA Cup in the shootout? And he was literally diving miles before the player had even got to the ball. It's something that just needs to be looked at. Ben White, I thought it was a solid return from Ben White. It's not easy when you come back from injury, trying to get your speed up to speed. But I thought he had a solid game. So 6 fair for him. Saliba, I'm going to give a 6. I thought he was a little bit all at sea today. Maybe that was a bit of not having Gabriel next to him. Kivior, I thought, had a good game. I do like the way he passes the ball over the top, which is something that we don't really see from Gabriel or Saliba. So that could be an asset against Madrid. I'm going to give Kivior 6.5. I thought he just shaded Saliba today. Rice had a game. I think there was a couple of times when he's gone into the box where he was just like literally half an inch from receiving the ball in an excellent position. 6 for him. Jorginho, 4. Like you, I think his best times are long gone, and the Premier League is too much for him now. Miles Lewis-Skelly, yes, he gives away the penalty. For me, it was 2 errors. When the ball comes over Kivior's head, he's got to deal with it before it bounces. Once it bounces, he's just got to let the man get the ball without tugging him to the ground, and then put yourself in between him and the goal, because then you're saying to him, can you beat me? So two mistakes leading up to the goal from Lewis-Skelly. So I'm going to give him a 5. But he did have that barnstorming run, didn't he, where he looked like he was going to go full length of the pitch and score. Now, very disappointing first 45. Well, he only got 45 minutes. So disappointing 45 minutes from him. 5 for him. Trossard scored a really good goal. Could have had a couple of others. So 7 for him. Sterling, I thought, had a really good game and was unlucky to be taken off. So 7 for him. And Marino, yes, had a really good game. I'm going to give him a 7, but I'm going to give my man of the match to Trossard. And Arteta, yeah, a 7 for him. good to see players rested before the big game against Madrid. And hopefully he can do it a bit more next season when we've got a stronger squad so players can be match ready. Or more match ready, should I say.
Yeah, look, guys, a little frustrating today. Let me take this off. Let me take the banner off. A little frustrating today because it is some of these games, teams find it difficult to score against Arsenal. We are the league's best defence this season and last season. And when we're putting in games like this, it takes the referees to make awful decisions in order for us to be in this situation. I know a lot of you lot are probably not happy with the result, or some might complain the fact that we're this far against Liverpool. But if you go back to back, the season's just riddled with poor decisions. I mean, the last situation we were like in this, Gary, was against Manchester United. Shout out to you, Garfield. It's not a penalty for Bruno Fernandes. And then Man United's player handles the ball, doesn't he, with both hands, and they don't give Arsenal a penalty. And it's just little silly decisions like that goes against the club, and it just costs us points among points among points among points. I mean, that's like 7 points already.
Yeah,
just in those situations that I've talked about.
The referee decisions are always up there.
Yeah, but there's decisions, Gary, and then there's clear-cut decisions. Clear-cut. VAR even looked at that one at Man United where he bobbles the balls with two hands. And it's baffling. It's baffling that you don't even look anywhere near it. Not to mention, fair enough, if it's a penalty, we'll say it's a penalty. But just these are the ones I'm talking about. It's not decisions. It's the ones that are clueless. And we've been put in those situations many times. Remember, Gary, with the red cards for throwing the ball away. Declan Rice going off against Brighton. We lost the 3 points there. One same could be said at Man City. We were down to 10 men, kicking the ball away, and we lost that in the last minute of the game. That we lost the 3 points where City equalised.
Look at the Tarkowski tackle on McAllister the other day. That was a blatant red card. That wasn't
in given. Those regards. In those instances, I'm using, Gary. That's 11 points. I'm just giving you like 4 ideas, Gary. And that's 11 points straight away. So, and then today is another 2 points. That's 13 points just based on those decisions. So I get it where they're talking about, 50-50 decisions, but those aren't 50-50 decisions in my opinion. They're clear-cut mistakes.
If you went over the whole season, there's probably even more than that. Did you mention the Trossard getting sent off against Man City when we was winning 2-1?
Yeah, and again, that's got to do with what I just said in terms of when City, we're down to 10 men and City's able to come back and equalise just in the way that Brighton did when Declan Rice got sent off. It's just silly little things that are not part of the game. It's not supposed to happen. They're clear-cut decisions that referees should be getting right. That is what my issue is. I don't worry about if it was a late tackle or another red card, for instance, but the 2 red cards for throwing the ball away is just not football. And funny enough, they've laxed the rule now, Gary. After those instances, they've relaxed the rule. So why is it those things have to impact us? Why have they had to impact us? Why have we got to suffer with it? And those are the things where you just can't
it's kind
put
of
your
like
hands up
after
and say,
it impacted us. That's when they lapsed it, though, wasn't it?
Yeah. It's and this is the reason why, like, I don't get angry
with every
about
new rule that they bring in. It lasts for about 10 games and then it disappears.
Yeah, like the time wasting. Remember the season before when they were doing the time wasting and they ended up booking all us and Tomiyasu getting a red card and all of that stuff. And then after a while they thought, you know what, it doesn't matter. But the fact that it's affected us first and our point tally, it's just stuff like that. It just gets me, when I walk away from this today, Gary, I think nothing of it. It doesn't impact my weekend because I just refuse to allow it to frustrate me like that because it's just what the refs do. This is all about the referees just wanting to stick the boot in on Arsenal. And it's just something that I'm just not with it. Nay says this game we should have won. I still feel the penalty was a bit weak and not clear about the foul on MLS. Has to be more careful in these areas as it always goes against them with the refs. And that's the thing. Nay's just put the point on it. We know the refs have an agenda with Arsenal, so don't give them the excuse. And this is, I'm sure Arteta's reinforced this over and over again.
It's like I always say, listen, if you give the ref a decision to make, he's going to make a decision one way or the other. It will go, sometimes it will go against you, sometimes it will go for you. Right? It's all subjective. So what a ref may think is a foul, another ref won't. You know, I mean, I'll go and do games, and then you think to yourself, they're screaming, ref, it's a foul. But sometimes you don't think it's a foul. But if you give a ref a decision to make, sometimes it will go you, sometimes it will go for you. And it's that simple. They're all prone to errors, even at the top level. And we've seen that happen numerous times this season, mainly against us, because we watch Arsenal all the time. So that's why we notice. But it happens in other games. But we have been on the end of some shocking decisions this season for sure.
Yeah, and I've just looked at the penalty again, and you can see him push. He actually moves his left arm back and pushes Marcel Skelly to the ground. So I don't know. Now I've had a second look at it. But look, guys, I want you to enjoy your weekend. Nadea's penalty cancels out Trossard's opener. Arsenal share the points. Arsenal are now 11 points behind Liverpool. If Liverpool win this weekend, it's a 14-point gap. And then they only need 8 points out of their last 7 to win the title. So, guys, look, enjoy your weekends. Let's hope that Aston Villa gets a result against Nottingham Forest. At the moment, it's a 5-point gap from Arsenal to Nottingham Forest in 3rd place. If Forest beat Aston Villa away from home, then it's 2 points. And then and then it is what it is. Yeah. All right, guys, enjoy your weekend. Thanks, Gaz. Hope you get well soon. And I hope I'll see you on Monday, Gary. You as well, Tony and Emerson.
Yeah.
See you guys later.
Yeah, I might see you Monday.